Obviously, really happy with performance. I thought we got a lot of good contributions. That's a really good team. They're going to win a lot of games in the Valley. Cam Kretwig is what we thought he was. Really good player. Obviously, passes that we were able to minimize some of that tonight, but spread you and surround him with some shooters and put you in some pretty precarious situations. But I like the way we battled back after a little slow start and, got the ball into high percentage areas and knocked down some shots. And then defensively, we're able to clamp down some things. Contributions obviously off the bench. So that Tyler gave us a big boost. Trevor gave us a big boost. Johnny, that gave us a boost. So, a lot of good things, which is hopefully a sign of a good team that we're getting contributions from a variety of places and not one person or two people dependent. But we'll learn a lot from tonight. But I thought it was a good step in the right direction, and now we'll prepare for Saturday. Questions?
Start with questions from Jim.
You had a couple big runs. I think this team has shown their ability to score quickly, in spurts. Is that one thing that you kind of thought about this team, that possibility that they could go on runs like that?
Well, you never know when it's going to come. I don't think there's anything magical we're running. I think one thing that I've noticed, and this is even last year, that Trevor gives us a boost. We pick up our RPMs a little bit when he comes in the game. He's aggressive, and he gets us a little more aggressive offensively specifically. So I thought that was one of the boosts that, the first half Trevor gave us, both halves really. When he came in, we kind of hit the gas a little bit offensively. And I know Trice struggled a little bit early with some of the jump shots, and he got going a little bit. So, you never know where it's going to come from. You have a plan, but obviously we're able to knock down some threes and to get, 30 points from 18 shots tonight was big. We were able to get to the free throw line. I thought, we did a lot of, we got to continue to get better, and we got to continue to become more and more consistent. But a lot of good things, a lot of positives against, like I said, it's one thing to do it against, some of the teams that we've had on the schedule over the years, but to play a decent team and a really good team, well-coached team, an experienced team like Loyola, that's going to do well in their league, I think was good for us. We needed to see, really good competition, and obviously we're going to have even more of that on Saturday.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Greg, you mentioned Tyler. I assume you thought he provided defense in that first half. I think he had back-to-back blocks to kind of give you guys a little lift.
Yeah, I thought just the energy, he's done that a lot. He's brought some energy to the floor. Defensively, he pushed the ball in transition, drew a foul or two in transition. So, yeah, I think just a lot of good things that maybe don't always show up in the stat sheet. I know he goes, 0 for 1, 1 for 2 from the line, but there were a lot of things. He drew 4 fouls, even though he fouled some himself. But, again, he brings an aggressive mentality, and I think in his role right now, both him and Trevor understanding what they can contribute, they add some juice to us a little bit when they come in off the bench in a variety of ways. So Trevor does it more on, getting us more aggressive offensively. Tyler at times does it with the defensive end and the rebounding and just brings a level of energy, adds to us, which is good and what you want your players off the bench to do when they come in.
Steve?
Just wondering what it's been like preparing for these last 2 games, both being scheduled just a couple days before you tip off. Just how has it been different in terms of trying to prepare for these games with scouting and stuff, and how do you think they've responded in that regard?
Yeah, no, I think our assistants and my assistant done a really good job. Dean coached in the Valley before he came here, before I hired him at Illinois State. So he took the Loyola scout, and obviously he knew a lot about them from being in the same league. So that adjustment was made, Saturday night, Sunday, when we were contemplating, what our options were going to be and, what was going to happen with, our games throughout this week. So, no, I think, our guys it's not rocket science. I mean, it's basketball, but they do put a lot of time in. And I know it was a crash course on Loyola for Dean, and he took us through a crash course on Sunday and Monday really quick, but typically it's a 2-day prep. That's not abnormal. So it was just a matter of maybe the assistant didn't have as much time to get ready for that 2-day prep or that 2 days of practice, but again, Dean having experience and knowledge pretty in depth of Loyola and how they play and what they do coming from his past position was helpful.
Josh?
Greg, what do you think they did to limit you guys scoring in the paint, maybe particularly in the first half? And did you think that led to, like, were they leaving the 3-point line open at all with what they were doing, kind of jamming it inside, or no?
Yeah, I think early I thought we settled too much. Even when we threw it inside, I thought we gave in terms of the type of shots we took. We got too jump shot happy. The first, I'll go through the tape and obviously grade out the possessions, but I thought the first, that's why it went to 7-0, because we were not very efficient and didn't make good decisions in terms of shot selection on our end. So once we get that squared away and we were able to get the ball inside, we had it there a couple of times. Reavers had it point blank. Tyler had it point blank. We didn't convert, but we needed to continue to get it there and not maybe settle and give in to taking jump shots or fadeaways and those type of things. And the same thing on the perimeter, adjusted to how they were playing the ball screens and made a couple tweaks on some things in the timeouts and the huddles and things like that. So, and they were able to get the ball to go in, and that kind of settled us down a little bit. Got a little deeper, got some fouls. Obviously, we were in the bonus, I think, with the 11 minutes to go, 12 minutes to go in the first half. So that was that's kind of a methodical, sit in the dentist chair approach in terms of trying to really grind away. And they were physical. They were trying to be handsy. They were trying to really be, clog up the paint and dare us to shoot it. And, we took the bait for a while. But fortunately we, made some better decisions, spread the floor a little bit better, and then we're able to knock down some shots as well, which loosened them up and then allowed some things to happen in the second half a little more positively for us offensively.